Hey everyone, how's it going? I've been working on a new series of videos about what each map did right and wrong. And while I was writing my thoughts on Verruckt, I realized that Verruckt is without a doubt the most innovative map in Zombies history. So today, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 ways Verruckt innovated. What I like about the list is that everything on this list are things that weren't in Nocturne and Toten, but have become so commonplace in Zombies that you would forget that they were never part of a game mode in the first place. At number 5, we have character dialogue. Something that I sometimes forget about Nocturne and Toten is that the Marines didn't say anything, they were completely silent. The first time we had characters that spoke was in Verruckt. They weren't the characters that would later become the Ultimates crew, though retcons would say Tank Dempsey was part of the Verruckt crew, but we don't need to worry about that right now. But having characters that talk was a big step forward. Could you imagine if we still didn't have characters with dialogue today? It's a small thing, but it makes a huge impact. And even though those characters could sometimes be a little repetitive, I wouldn't have it any other way. At number 4, we have the idea of a DLC map. Verruckt was the first DLC map and one of the first DLCs in Call of Duty in general. This point doesn't really have much to do with the map itself, but like with number 5, could you imagine if we didn't have DLC maps in Zombies today? A huge part of Zombies is during the DLC season, because usually on launch we only get one map, sometimes a few more, but the bulk of Zombies content is through the DLC season. And while I don't like the way the maps are monetized per se, I would still have that than nothing. At number 3, we have the mystery box moving around the map. In Nocturne and Toten, there was only one box location, and that was it. In Verruckt, there were multiple spots, and it would move around the map from time to time. This, once again, is so commonplace in Zombies that it's hard to imagine a game without it. And while it can be very annoying to have the box move around on you when you're trying to get something specific out of the box, it does give the game some dynamics and variety from game to game, even if it's entirely RNG. At number 2, we have the beginning of the storyline, but with a bit of an asterisk. The beginning of the storyline consisted entirely of fan theories based on some vague in-game evidence. I don't think Treyarch was even thinking about the storyline at this point, certainly not at all like they are now. But the fans started thinking about it. While we wouldn't get our first Easter egg until Ascension, or very much of any details about the story in World at War until Duriz, you can very easily argue that Verruckt was the start of the storyline. At number 1, we have the power switch and everything tied to it, so things like perks, traps, and other things are going to go under this category. The power switch is a staple in just about every Zombies map, and it adds a lot of structure to the way each map plays. In almost every map, your first goal is to turn on the power after spawning in. Its creation also allowed Treyarch to add things like perks and traps into the map. Traps have become a vital part of high round runs as well as for some basic strategies in game. And while some maps don't have them, it's incredibly useful to have them there. And for perks, I don't think a whole lot needs to be said. Like a lot of things on the list, they're so commonplace that we all know their value at this point. And the 4 perks that we started with are some of the best perks we've ever had. Could you imagine a Zombies game without these perks? Hey, wait a minute. There you have it, that's my list. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's gonna be it for me. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.